Welcome back to Med School Radio. This is Simon again in Chicago. It is a cold night, a freezing night, snow and sleet, but we're having fun looking at first aid, common causes of pneumonia. Let's go ahead and start. So we're going to be looking firstly at different age groups, and then we'll look at some special groups. So firstly, neonates up to 4 weeks old. Think of group B streptococci and E. coli. Next, for children from 4 weeks to 18 years old, think of the viruses. Think of viruses. What viruses would you think of? RSV. Okay, next, mycoplasma. Next, C. trachomatis, and this would be for infants up to 3 years old. Next, C. pneumoniae. This is for school-age children. And strep pneumoniae. Next is a mnemonic which is given, and the mnemonic is runts, may, cough, chunky, sputum, or RMCCS. So that would be for the viruses RSV, mycoplasma, C. trachomatis. This is for infants up to 3 years old. Next, C. pneumoniae. This is school-age children. Next, strep pneumoniae. Next is that mnemonic, which is runts, may, cough, chunky, sputum. So the next age group is adults 18 to 40 years old, and think of mycoplasma, C. pneumoniae, S. pneumoniae, and the viruses, for example, influenza. Next age group is the adults 40 to 65 years old. So we have strep pneumoniae, Haemophilus influenzae, the anaerobes, viruses, and mycoplasma. And the last age group given here is the elderly. So think of strep pneumoniae, influenza virus, the anaerobes, and Haemophilus influenzae, and gram-negative rods. So that was looking at causes of pneumonia by looking at the age groups. Now we're going to look at some special groups: alcoholics, IV drug users, aspiration, atypical cystic fibrosis, the immunocompromised, nosocomial, and post-viral. Okay, first, alcoholics. So what would you think of with alcoholics? Klebsiella, anaerobes, usually due to aspiration. And examples of these would be Peptostreptococcus, Fusobacterium, Prevotella, and Bacteroides. Next, IV drug users. This would be strep pneumoniae and Staph aureus. For aspiration, it would be the anaerobes. Next, for atypical pneumonia, think of mycoplasma, Chlamydophila, Legionella, and the viruses RSV, CMV, influenza, and adenovirus. Next, cystic fibrosis. In this case, pneumonia would be caused by Pseudomonas, Staph aureus, strep pneumoniae, and lastly for this group, Burkholderia cepacia. Next, for the immunocompromised, think of Staph aureus, enteric gram-negative rods, the fungi, viruses, and P. gyrovecii with HIV. And two more groups here: nosocomial or hospital-acquired. Think of Staph aureus, Pseudomonas, and other enteric gram-negative rods. And lastly, post-viral. Think of strep pneumoniae, Staph aureus, and Haemophilus influenzae. So that was a very good review given by First Aid, looking at the common causes of pneumonia, listed by age group and then special groups.